Hey, there you are. Welcome to My Dude Watch. My name is Jason, and today we're going over a classic-looking stunner. Join me as we go line by line on this watch to see exactly what makes it tick. I can't wait. You know the deal. Grab a snack, pull up a chair, and let's talk watches. I exchanged emails with the CEO and chief watch designer, Andrew Walden of Walden Watches, and he graciously sent over this beauty right here. We agreed this will be an honest and detailed review, and that's exactly what they will get. This will be my first Walden watch I've reviewed and the first Ameriquartz movement as well. Now, I do want to encourage you, if you get the opportunity, go research the story and the history of Walden watches, how they came to be and what Andrew's vision is. It's fascinating, and I think you'll enjoy the story. Okay, this is the Walden Heritage Series. This is the professional, reference number 0196B. And here we go. Let's start with the tail of the tape. This watch is 40 millimeters in diameter with a 46.8 millimeter lug to lug, and it's only around 8 millimeters thick. The bracelet is 20 millimeters at the lugs and comes standard with an Italian leather strap. This professional design is spec'd out just like you'd hope. The case is 316L stainless steel, as is the case back and crown. You get a nice flat piece of AR-coated sapphire crystal, and the watch is powered by the Ameriquartz movement, which is very interesting, and more on that later. Okay, let's get a little more detailed and begin right here with the case profile. This case just screams business professional. It has these very appealing step downs from the top of the case near the crystal. I know Walden isn't the only one that uses this design, but they do it incredibly well, and to me it just adds a layer of depth and class to the case. It looks great. Here you get a good view of the polished case wall. You can see the nice refinement as the flanks run down the lugs on either side. It transitions wonderfully from the sides of the case to the top. It really gives you an idea of how thin this watch really is. I like how they curve the lugs right here. It's the perfect fit for most people. It will wear great for guys with most any size wrist. I mentioned how I feel this is the perfect businessman's watch. At 8 millimeters, it will slide right up underneath your shirt sleeve easily, no problems at all. Let's turn the watch over and have a look at the case back. This is another example of a classy look. The Walden International logo right there in the center, the Heritage insignia with the reference number at the bottom, and of course it's a screw-down case back. And back up at the top of the watch and looking straight down, you really get a great view of the case and how it transitions from the bezel to the lugs. We talked about the step downs, and you get a good view right here. It's also got AR-coated sapphire crystal. It's clean and well done. It provides you with an awesome view of the dial. To Walden's credit, they deployed perfectly sized applied numerals. They were consistent and evenly applied to the dial surface. I also want to point out part of the charm of this watch is the simplicity. The dial is open, clean, balanced, and there's no real estate wasted here at all. The design is meant to be simplistic, and this is a very good example of less is more. And I will say a professional or business style watch, at least in my mind, should have a minimalistic design. I like how the logo is split between cursive and block print. What I mean is the name Walden is in cursive. It adds elegance and class, and New York, almost as a counterpoint, is bold and stoic. It's got a nice soft touch, but firm and tough as well. Down at the bottom of the dial, there's a sub-dial just over the 6 o'clock. That's the second hand, and you can see it here. It's in bright red. The numbers are a little small here, at least for my eyes. The word Ameriquartz is printed just under the second sub-dial. This is normally the part of the video where we're talking about a Seiko or a Miyota movement, but not today. We're talking about Ameriquartz. The Ameriquartz movement is, you guessed it, made in America. It's hand-assembled in the United States, and it's tested here as well. By all accounts, it offers exceptionally good accuracy with a 5-year warranty. This movement is all metal and designed for repair, so it's not a throwaway like many other cheaper movements. It has jewel bearings, which will minimize friction and the results in life expectancy. Another thing that I like about this movement, it's nearly silent. You can put it up against your ear, and honestly, you can't hear it. There are several well-known players in the Microbrand world that utilize Ameriquartz movements, names like Vare, Islander, Presidus, and of course Walden. Now, before we go any further, as much as I love this watch, and I do love it, it's not perfect, so there is a couple things that I want to mention to you. The more glaring of the two issues is quite simply the hands. When they are in light, I have to admit, they look great and it's very legible. However, there are at times at specific angles where the hands aren't catching the light and they kind of disappear. Let me see if I can find a good picture of what I mean. Here you are. I think this shows exactly what I mean. It becomes increasingly more difficult with these angles for the watch to be legible. I do acknowledge at most angles in most places, telling the time is not an issue with this dial at all. It is very legible. Another disappointment is the lume. There's not much here to speak of, so I won't spend a whole lot of time on it. If you take this watch as a whole, what do you see? The Heritage Pro is a clean, efficient, and elegant watch that crosses over from a nice daily wear to a dress watch. This is as versatile of a timepiece as I've seen. The dial is open and simplistic, with the subdial layout bringing back memories from timekeeping of the past. That red seconds hand just looks great. The Walden Watch Heritage Professional is an attractive watch with a ton of upside, and I believe offers really nice value for the cost. Now we'll talk about my overall feelings and what I would rate this watch and would I recommend it. What about the design? It's classic. I'd give it 4 of 5 stars. This is a beautiful retro timepiece and a classic feeling. These lugs are beautiful. Just take a look at that. As far as legibility, I'd have to say a 2 out of 5. It's perfect when the light is perfect. Otherwise, it's really a crapshoot. Also, the lume is missing in action. And how does it wear? My goodness, you forget it's on. The comfort rating is definitely a 5 of 5. Do we recommend this watch? I think it's very conservative and practical. It's a great looking watch. If you're a businessman, this is a no-brainer. It will also grab your attention, and the pictures and videos simply cannot accurately describe what it looks like in person. So the answer is yes, I definitely recommend it. So long as you can deal with those vanishing hands from time to time. If you can deal with that, it really is a great watch, and I could not recommend it more. If you want to know more about this watch, the Walden Heritage Professional, there is a link in the description. Go there and check it out, and they've got a good price for you right now at $299. Hey, you made it to the end of another video. Thank you for doing that. We appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please take the time to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It'll only take you a minute, but it really does help. Okay, I've been told to wrap it up, so we will close the show. But thanks again for watching. My name is Jason with My Dude Watch, and we'll see you next time. But wait, don't forget, dudes can't be late.